We're talking about things that have brought great men down. And you think you are any different. If you joke with these things, believe me, you are the next in line. This is not an evil prophecy, but it is something that must come upon every man. It is a battle that every man must fight. The battle of winning the flesh. So when those thoughts come, you speak in tongues. Sometimes it might require you to make a prayer walk as you are praying. Before you know it, that evil thought is out of your mind. And the next key to dealing with the activity of the flesh is analyze your weaknesses. Every man or everyone that falls has a pattern that he follows that repeats itself and results to the falling of that man. Analyze your weaknesses. What am I doing that I need to stop? What am I not doing that I need to start doing? So when you do a proper analysis, you will discover that for the rest of your life, you might not need breakfast. I have discovered that for some people, anytime they eat breakfast, flesh is awakened. Flesh is awakened. And for such a person, when you discover that, just forget about breakfast for the rest of your life or for a very long time till you are able to tame the flesh. When you do your proper analysis, you will discover that for some people, you have no business with the opposite sex. You and I know that in the next 5-10 years, you have no intentions of getting married. You have no intentions of settling down maritally. So what are you doing with a lady? You have no business with the opposite sex. If you must tame the flesh. Most times people tell me that I am too rigid. Come on. My destiny is bigger than that's your smile. Are we together now? So it is a conscious thing. When you do your proper analysis, you will discover that for some of you, you don't actually need a smartphone. For some persons, their smartphone is their grave. So you will have to put that thing away in order for you to deal with this flesh. It is not an evil prophecy. It must come. It is a battle that every believer engages every day. The people you see at the top is not because they are not fighting this battle, but because they have learned how to win this battle. It is a warfare. So for some people, you will understand when you do your proper analysis, you will discover and understand that you don't need privacy. I know you are old enough to have your own space, but for now, you still have to be in your parents' house. You are a grown-up physically, but in the spirit realm, you are still a baby. You will have to tame this flesh. Because anytime you are in your private room, thoughts begins to come. Thoughts begins to come. You don't know where they are flying from. Oh God, if you know what is good for you, locate your father's house and go there. Or if you can't go there, look for a Christian brother and begin to stay with. That will become the beginning of your deliverance. Because if you don't do this, you will fall, definitely. You see, something about satisfying the flesh is that when this urge comes, a man is dispossessed. There is nothing that he does that makes sense to him. You try to distract yourself, but at the end, you come to that place where the activities of the flesh is knocking at your door. The only way you can survive, the only way you can defeat is when you have a neighbor, a godly brother that is there with you. Explain to him, brother, I need help. Because for some people, once they are alone, thoughts begins to fly in. Why not maximize this time and masturbate? Why not maximize this time and call Nkechi? If you know what is good for you, call a brother or God, come and squat with me. Forget about the house rent. I will pay in full. I am in a battle. Skatava in abala. Come and stay with me. I am in a battle. And you are the only one that can help me overcome. Haven't you seen great men? living in big houses, a single man renting 3-bedroom flat. What is he doing there alone? He will invite brothers, come and stay with me. Come and stay with me. This thing. If I am left for alone, I can't. The activities of the flesh comes. It comes like an armed man. If you are not prepared, you'll be dispossessed. So what you do at that time, you call your brother, oh God, come and stay with me. Come and stay with me. I am helpless. I am helpless. When you analyze your weaknesses, you discover that for some people, you have no business being awake at night. Once it's 10 p.m. or go and sleep. You see, the whole soul is active at night. I know the church has told you to pray at night, but for now, you can't. I know what I'm saying. You can't. Haven't you tried it 1 year, 2 years? You can't keep that consecration. You will pray at night, but not now. Deal with the flesh. Deal with the flesh. Deal with the flesh. Deal with the flesh. The hormones of a man are active at night. Thoughts begins to fly in. And one thing about the flesh is that the flesh is there with you. You can commit that sin. And no man is aware. No man is aware. But if you have a conscience, you know that there is an everlasting Father that oversees the affairs of men. It is good to pray at night, but for now, sleep. Once it's 10 p.m., go and sleep. Go and sleep. The thing you are fighting is not a joke. It's not a joke. When you reach that stage to pray at night, we will know. We will know. For now, masturbation will kill you. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Sleep for now. Sleep for now. Maximize the daytime. Maximize the daytime. Pray at the day. Pray in the daytime. It was Apostle F. Emmanuel Isaac that told us about a man that was hooked with masturbation. He came and he cried out. He said, Apostle, help me. Last week I went to the mountain to pray, but on that mountain of prayer, I masturbated. My God. Scatter. A man can go with passion. The spirits you are against, they don't care. They are not moved by motivation. If you know the things, you see, the flesh can eat a man so deep that even in a service like this, he can excuse himself to go to the bathroom. You will think he's pressed. He's not pressed. The activities of the flesh are knocking. He is going to answer a call. I know what I'm saying. I have seen people that are hooked up in masturbation. And each time they fall, they cry, Father, give me grace and I won't do it again. I have seen people that cut themselves, they cut their private part with sharp objects. And they say, this is the covenant. From today henceforth, I won't do it again. But as time goes, they begin to see that they are vulnerable. The next point to dealing with the activity of the flesh is be accountable to someone. Be accountable to someone. You see, this journey of dealing with the flesh, you can't win it in private. You can't win it in private. If you think you can win it in private, try. After 5 years, we will ask you how far. Look for someone that you are submissive to. Explain to this person. And let this person be someone you revere. That you can't even withstand the shame of going to that person that, sir, I have fallen again. If you fail to do this, God, your life will be going in circles. It will be going in circles. Look for someone that you will be accountable to. And the next key is substitute your addictions. My God. Time has gone. Substitute your addictions. If you think there is a time that you will grow in this journey, that you will no longer be tempted with the activities of the flesh, then it's a lie. Even the patriarchs, even our fathers of faith, this urge do come. But what differentiates them is that they have been able to subdue the flesh. So substitute your addictions. So that when this time that the flesh will come knocking, you must have something doing. Be occupied, that there will be no time to gratify the lust of the flesh. Are we together? And most times you can engage in anything. But one thing that is very, very important, don't substitute evil with evil. You are hooked up in masturbation. Don't substitute masturbation with sexual immorality. You're already on your way to doom. Quickly, let's see some signs that you are overcoming the flesh. Signs that you are overcoming the flesh. I'm sorry, I've already eaten into the next person's time. I'll just list them out and I will leave your face. Signs that you are overcoming the flesh. First is that your self-esteem begins to increase. Your self-esteem begins to increase. Secondly, your relationship with God begins to grow. 3, your closeness to your spiritual head becomes serious. Each time you see yourself running from your spiritual head, something is wrong with you. The activities of the flesh has caged you. The fourth one is holy anger for immorality. Signs that you are overcoming the flesh. And the last is compassion for victims of addictions. Each time you see someone that is a victim of these addictions, you are restless. Are we together? So when we do all of this, this is the only way we can ascend. Hallelujah. Can you bow your heads as you begin to talk to the Father? Begin to talk to Him. That you will not be a slave of the flesh. In this battle of the flesh and the spirit, it is the spirit that will win. It is the spirit that will win. It is the spirit that will win. Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. That in this battle, it is the spirit that will win. Help us to feed the spirit to win in this battle.